Welcome back, guys. So now in this video we will basically create the function to create the post. Wow, a lot of creates. So now I'm just going to create a button, and this button will tell create post. All right, and I'm going to create a function on click upload post. Oops. And quick fix. Okay, I'm gonna write upload posts. And over here, I'm just going to this website, copy this whole thing. So basically, we need to write fetch, we need to write method colon post, the type of method that we are doing. Suppose if we are getting the data, we need to write get. So now in this case, we are posting the data to the backend, so we need to write post. This is very important, guys. You must have to basically write this part, because if you do not write, then it will by default consider this thing as a get request, and you will not be able to put the data. All right, so now instead of this thing, we will basically pass our title and body, and user ID would be, I don't know, maybe write number and ID. This will basically convert into this part. So now I'm over here. I'm gonna write F12. I'm gonna go to network. Okay, and I'm gonna write a title, some random title, body, watch this thing, ID as 3. So now let me press create post. So it says, yeah, 201. 201 means it is created. Basically, whenever you see green, that means it is created. So now, as you guys can see over here, we have basically we have all of the we have posted the data into the server, but it won't actually add to the server because it basically doesn't allow us to manipulate the data that is inside the server. But you get the gist, right? I mean, like, we can basically create a post request in this way. So now similarly, we can also create a edit request. So if I want to edit a single post, then I can basically do it in this way. I'm going to show you in a moment. So now let me just go to this particular page. Yeah, into this one, and I'm going to create a new file. All right, the file would be update post.js. All right, and I'm gonna quickly write the same thing. Import React from React, export default function update post, return this part, and yeah, this is what we have to do. I'm gonna go to the create post, and I'm gonna grab the whole thing. Let me grab this one as well. Okay, let me just open up over here, and let me go to, yeah. All right, and let me create these guys. Okay, and yeah, let me also copy and paste these guys as well, because anyhow updating and creating would be the same. The function would differ, but I'm gonna name the same function upload post. All right, and now, so in order to update it, you basically need to go to the documentation, or perhaps this one. So over here we need to write method put over here. Everything is just the same. Let me just copy and paste this whole thing. Okay, so over here inside this request, we basically need to write the ID that we want to update, this will get from the use params, which will create now. I'm gonna get the ID and I'm gonna write use params over here. Okay, I'm gonna write plus ID and I will basically pass in these values. And yeah, one more thing that I'm gonna get is the user ID and all won't change. Set user ID, use state. All right, and I'm gonna remove this ID that we are getting. Instead of that, I'm gonna write ID underscore response. That means the ID response that I got from the backend. Yeah, set user ID. Yeah, because this thing is colliding. And I'm gonna write ID underscore response and user ID. So right over here, we will just go ahead and create one more route over here, and I'm gonna give the route name as, update post, and I'm gonna give the ID just like that one, and I need to pass in the element. I'm gonna pass the element as update post. Okay, it's going to fix a lot of things for me. And inside the all post, I will basically do one more thing. I will write one more link and write 2 and do the same thing. Update post, write plus, write value dot id and update post. Now coming back to this update post, inside the use effect, we will now basically hit a fetch request which will get the data. Yeah, we will just go to the single post and copy this whole thing. So as soon as the application, this page opens up, I'm gonna get the data over here. So let me go to app.js and confirm that I've written ID over here, right? So if you're writing ID over here, only then you will get this thing. So if I write something like this thing, then I will need to write the same over here as well. All right, keep that in mind. Anyways, let's move forward and now maybe do a few things over here. First things first, let me just create. Yeah, I don't need to create a lot of things. I just need to basically set these things. Set, I need to write set user ID to data.user_id and set ID is equals to data.id and set title data.title, set body to data.body. Alright, so now I guess this will perfectly work. If I want to update, this will basically update it off. It will do a lot of things for me automatically. I just don't need this ID anymore because I do not want the user to change the ID. Load post. So this will basically run, and instead of bar, I need to pass in the body. So now let's get back to it. Let me quickly update a particular post. So as soon as I press update, there you go. I'm automatically getting, this thing is automatically getting populated. All right, so now if I basically open up the network on the right hand side, if you guys can see over here, and I'm gonna write some other data over here, and I'm gonna press create post, and it should give me a nice response. So if you guys can see this thing, I'm getting a 200 response. That means this thing is getting updated. So if you are seeing the preview, I'm having this preview. That means this thing is automatically getting updated. All right, so now after doing this thing, I'll bring back the user to the all post page. So it's a very good thing to do that. So let me just use navigate. Okay, right, navigate, use navigate. All right, and right, navigate all posts. So now if I update it again, it should basically move me to the all posts. So this is working fine and good for me, and I hope that it is going fine and well for you as well. So yeah, I guess we are basically done with everything on this REST API part. Similarly, you can basically use the same syntax to delete a value. We just need to pass in the ID over here and write the method delete, and it will automatically do that for you. So now we can just look into this a little bit. I mean, like, if you want to learn more about REST APIs, you can look into this thing. But I hope that you basically have the whole idea about REST APIs now, like how REST APIs work. And let me tell you, if you're a React developer, you don't have to make this thing. You don't have to make a REST API, but you will need to know how to hit a request, because the backend engineers in your company or anywhere that you work will basically give you a URL. Using this URL, they will tell you to basically hit a network request of post request or get request. You can get this data using this thing. So that is why you need to know about this fetch request. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope that you have learned a lot in this particular section, because if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out to me on Discord, or you can just ask me on the that channel, on the question answers channel. It's really up to you. So I hope that you have learned everything, and I really hope that I've covered everything as well. So see you all guys in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.